I'm Yelena from Sew Projects. I'm super excited to tell you about the new product launch that is coming in the next month. It's something I've been working really hard on to get it absolutely perfect for a large group of people. And it has really helped me in my life as I've been testing it for the last over a year. And I want that to be the same for you. So some of you may have already seen as I was looking for pattern testers, but I have created a period pant specific pattern. They are called the Moontide Period Pants. With the period pattern, I'll also be releasing kits, and I will also be trialling ready to wear knickers as well. So if you can't sew, you can get me to make it for you. So firstly, I want to tell you a bit about my story and what inspired me to create this pattern. So I'll start when I was very young. So when I first started my period, I was using pads, and at the time they were quite plasticky feeling, and sometimes I was quite aware that they were maybe slightly noisy because of the plasticky kind of fabric that was used. So I was very kind of self-aware about my period anyway, and that just made it even worse. And then thankfully my mum found me some softer pads. They were a lot softer and I got on a lot better with them. So I used them up until teenager, and then I started to use tampons as well. And then when I went to uni, I was very interested in sustainable fashion practices. So in my first year of uni, I did a whole essay on organic cotton, and I realised then how cotton has had a major impact on the environment and the people as well, which made me think the pads and the tampons I've been using have lots of chemicals in them, you know, and I'm using them in intimate areas. So I then started using organic cotton tampons and pads. They were more expensive, but I felt better to be using those for the environment and for my own health benefits. And then the problems I found with the organic cotton, whilst I knew they weren't as bad as what I'd been using before, I didn't find them to be as effective in how they worked. So I'll explain about that. So I found them I would leak more, and that there was more of a wet feeling. They weren't as dry as perhaps the more synthetic fibres. But I kept with them. I thought, no, you know, I prefer to have bleach-free, pesticide-free, chemical-free things near me. So I used them up until about 2 years ago, when I was doing a market and a lady there was selling her menstrual cloths, reusable ones. So I've got one here, so I'll show you. So these are the reusable menstrual cloths that I was using, and I really liked these. I loved how you could wear them and then you can wash them and then you can wear them again. You're saving so much from going from landfill. It just felt so much better. I just felt much more, I don't know, that I was doing something better maybe for the environment. And they weren't, you know, obviously I do have to wash them, but it's not something that bothered me. But it just felt more eco-friendly, and I felt like it was an upgrade for what I'd been using. Obviously with the organic cotton pads, they'd still have to be thrown in the bin. So overall, I much preferred using these. However, I did find some cons as well. So one of them would be that maybe they'd move around a bit too much, because they've only got a cam snap on the underside. You snap like that on the gusset, and then obviously you've got the front and the back not really attached. Another thing was they were maybe just a bit too like slightly thick feeling for me. I just felt like I would wear them at home perfectly fine, but if I was to go out it might just feel slightly uncomfortable. And the other thing was that I think the cotton isn't as moisture wicking as some other fabrics, so you'd feel like the wet feeling more, but that was okay because I would change them often, so it didn't really bother me. That was, you know, that was just one of the cons I'd say with using the cotton jersey. So when I was wearing these, I started to think, you know, how could they be improved? And I thought, you know, to have them in the knicker. I've known about period pants for quite a while actually. One thing I did forget to mention, I tried some Dear Kate period pants a very long time ago actually. I think I was maybe 20 or 10 years ago, something like that. However, they weren't designed to actually absorb the fabric. I think they were just for more like leaks and stuff, so they didn't really work that well, and they were quite synthetic feeling. They weren't a tight fit, so they kind of felt a bit loose on me and they just didn't feel right. I actually kind of felt quite sweaty in them as well, so that kind of put me off period pants. Was I know there's a lot more other brands now that produce very good period pants from what I've heard, although I haven't actually tried any other brands. I'd had this idea of combining the pad and the pant before, and I'd seen some other people make it, so I thought I'd try that myself. So I made some period pants myself. I brought the absorbent fabric, I brought the waterproof fabric, and the specific width of the fold over elastic. And first time I tried them, they weren't perfect at all, but they were an upgrade again, and I thought, oh wow, these work super well, and I'm gonna work with these. So that's the end of my story of what inspired me to create the Moontide period pants. I hope you'll join me on my next video, what I talk about developing the Moontide period pants and how long it's taken me. But there's reasons why, and just because I want to make them, you know, perfect for a ranged amount of people. So these will be coming out within the next month. If you sign up to my newsletter, you'll be the first to know about them, and I will be doing a special discount for newsletter subscribers as well. So I'll link you to the newsletter sign up in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.